to AI check. Why good restoration companies still lose jobs they never hear about. Here's the reality check. If you've been in restoration long enough, in water damage specifically, you've probably lived some version of this. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. A pipe bursts. Water is spreading fast, and the homeowners panicked. Now, they're not sitting down with a cup of coffee to research brands. They're grabbing their phone. They're searching fast. They're clicking the first few results that look credible. And at that moment, again, no one's comparing brands and how great your website is. They're reacting. Who answers? Who sounds calm? Who feels trustworthy under pressure? And here's the hard truth that most people don't like to say out loud. Quality work only matters after the phone rings. That's not an insult to craftsmanship. It's just the reality of emergency behavior. The core problem is invisible losses. Most restoration companies don't lose jobs because they're bad at what they do. They lose jobs they never even knew existed. These losses don't show up in your CRM. They don't show up in your bid logs. They don't show up in your sales reports. They're the calls that went to someone else before you ever had a chance. The homeowner clicked and they found another company at the top because they were easier to find, because they showed up first, because someone answered calmly. And that's why these are the most painful losses, because you never even get to compete. You didn't lose on quality. You didn't lose on price. You didn't lose on service. You lost on visibility and readiness. Let's talk about why generic marketing advice fails restoration companies. Here's where a lot of well-intentioned advice goes wrong. Most marketing advice is built around normal consumer behavior, browsing, comparing features, reading long pages, and thinking it through. Water damage restoration is not normal consumer behavior. In an emergency, people don't browse. They don't compare features. They don't read long explanations. They react under stress. And that changes everything. And that's why I say this very plainly. Emergency services require a different digital strategy. In this world, speed matters more than polish. Clarity beats cleverness, and presence beats persuasion. If your strategy assumes calm, rational decision-making on the part of the consumer in an emergency, it's already misaligned with reality. So, what actually wins in emergency moments? Put another way, what actually matters when things are on fire or underwater? I'll frame this as principles, not tactics. First, visibility at the exact moment of need. Not later, not after research, right now. If you're not present when the moment hits, the rest doesn't matter. And second, trust under pressure. A calm tone, clear answers, no confusion. People are not looking for brilliance. They're looking for steadiness. And thirdly, systems that don't break at volume. Phones that get answered, dispatch that holds together, follow-up that doesn't collapse, clear handoffs. And that includes in gathering the review. Because here's the truth. Emergency work punishes weak systems, but it rewards preparation. Try this on for size. Calm is a competitive advantage. This is where I think a lot of owners miss something important. The companies that grow steadily aren't louder, they're calmer. Calm allows better decisions. Calm protects crews. Calm improves service. Calm protects margins. And calm doesn't happen by accident. Calm is built before pressure arrives. That's the difference between companies that spike and burn out and companies that last. This is the work I spend most of my time on. It's all about focusing on principles, not the pitch. Helping solid operators stop losing calls they never even hear about. Helping good companies compete on steadiness instead of stress. If this resonates, you're not alone, and it's fixable. If you want more conversations like this, I'll be sharing them here.